What's up, guys? Creighton here from LogicLounge.com, and this is the long-awaited What's on My iPhone video. These are all the apps that I have deemed necessary for my iPhone, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And this is also not definitely the fifth time that I have recorded this video due to an audio failure while I was recording. So let's kind of power through this before my audio crashes again. So the first line of apps here that I have on my home screen are usually the default apps, and they're the apps that I feel like I use on a daily basis. On the second row here, the items of note is the Google Maps app and the Google Voice app. The Google Maps app I use because I feel it is just much better than the Apple Maps app, and of course Google Voice because I do business calls a lot, and I happen to have a Google Voice number, which I think is much better than actually using my personal phone number for everything. Also here I have Slack, which is a group messaging program that is encrypted, and I feel that it is just a great group messaging program out there. Alien Blue, of course, is the best Reddit app that you can get. TeamSpeak I use to communicate with people. IM Plus Pro 7, which is an IM app that I use also on a daily basis as well. And a newcomer to my home screen is Smart News. Smart News is a program to kind of aggregate all the top news, not just from technology, but also entertainment, sports, and I can easily flip through them and look at all of the top news stories and get my daily fill. And I feel that is just one of the best looking apps out there, really, for news, pretty much. Spotify, of course, is on there for my music listening. I use it in conjunction with a Spotify premium account, which I do get on an EDU discount, by the way, which is great. Also, I have Passbook here, which I use for paying for my purchases on a day-to-day basis, boarding passes for when I'm flying around, and of course the App Store and settings. On the second page, and pretty much the only page by my home screen that I have here, of course I have 1Password here. I use it to manage all of my passwords and serial keys and secure notes. It's a great application, not only because I believe it is one of the best looking out there, but it syncs across the board from either Dropbox or iTunes so that you can keep your passwords synced, and you just need to remember one very strong password. And then when you want to generate more passwords, you use 1Password to do that. You can create even longer passwords, more complicated passwords that will fit your needs and be very secure. And that can also mean that you use different passwords as well, so you're not going to be susceptible if one of your passwords gets compromised, which is great, by the way. In the social apps here, pretty much they're all the default apps except for Tweetbot, which is the best Twitter application out there. I really do enjoy it, and it is something that I will pay for over and over again just because it's a great Twitter app. So if you use Twitter app on a daily basis, this is an app that I would recommend you getting, and that's pretty much it in here as well. So moving on into the Facebook app, this is just the general kind of overview of all of the applications that Facebook offers. I use Pages a lot to manage my Facebook pages, and of course Messages and Facebook to collaborate and communicate with friends and family. Over here in the Finance app folder, I have all of my traditional finance apps, including Coin, which is a Kickstarter project that I backed. I should be getting it pretty much any day now. I'm really kind of just waiting for them to send it off to me, and this is the app that will be used in conjunction with it, so it's kind of sitting there waiting for me to use it. Of course, over here in video as well, I have the standard YouTube apps as well as Twitch. I use YouTube and Twitch more often. Capture and Studio are kind of those things that I'll use when I need them. Google has the standard range of apps, including the Google Search, Hangouts, which I do use on a constant basis, as well as the Google Authenticator I use to do two-step passwords to make sure I'm just that little bit more secure, as well as access to Google Drive, documents, and sheets that I use on a daily basis when I'm editing documents, taking notes, and making edits to Google Docs as well. Photography. Everything here is pretty much standard in the sense of default apps, including Vine, which is I've really enjoyed lately, and I've been using it more as a content consumption tool than a content creation tool. One of the best apps that I have on here is Camera Plus. If you need to edit a photo, Camera Plus is the app that you want to do it in. I wouldn't do it in any other program. Over here in services, I've got all my traditional services for my phone, TV, and cable. So that's just standard junk here. I've got my server folder, which is full of all of my server-based apps. So when I'm managing my web hosting and my domains, this is the stuff that I use when I'm on the go. Music in here of note is Shazam, which is one of the best audio ID programs out there, and I use it on occasion when I really need to figure out what a song is and I just can't remember what it's called. Travel, I have all the general travel apps in here. One of the, or actually two of the best apps that I have in here is Live ATC and Flight Radar 24. Live ATC allows me to listen to air traffic controllers as they're controlling. So you can see your, maybe at the JFK airport, you can hear all the controllers talking to the aircraft. It's quite fun, kind of listen and kind of understand what they're saying. And Flight Radar 24 is a flight tracking app that allows me to see planes overhead or anywhere in the world and see where they are and their tracking. Shopping is just the normal range of shopping apps, including eBay, Amazon, and the Amazon Price Checker, which I use when I'm shopping. And if I need to make a major purchase, I'll usually check to see if it's on Amazon first, maybe see if it's a little bit cheaper. I also have the folder full of the default Apple apps, which I don't really use on a daily basis at all, nor use ever, I think. iWork, the only two apps that I really use in here is Pages and Numbers. On a kind of very rare basis I use them, but they are required, so I kind of just throw them in there with the other iWork type apps. Productivity is just apps that I use to keep me productive throughout the day, including ISSH, which really should be in that server folder, so I should probably move that. But ISSH allows me to access my servers on a more granular level, including Colloquy as well, which is an IRC program, which is an old technology that people will still use and people still like, actually. As well as TeamViewer is in here as well. I do remote access my desktop a lot from when I'm on the go, and this allows me to do it in the best manner. Now, games. I'm a little bit particular with my games because I feel like I sometimes overload myself with games, so I never want to go past 1 page's worth of games. In here, Pocket Planes, Flight Control, Plague Inc., which is a great game, by the way. I've really enjoyed it. Harbor Master, Minecraft, and Tetris. Tetris is a great game, by the way. Kind of brings me back to when I used to play it on the old handheld systems. And the last two programs here, which are out of the folders because when I'm usually testing apps or when I'm quickly downloading something, I really don't throw it into a folder. And if I plan to delete it soon, or maybe I still need it at a ready fingertips pace but don't want it on the home screen, this is where I usually put it. And the first one in here is the Blackboard Mobile Learn application. This is what I use for school. A lot of my classes use it to post announcements, to post quizzes, to post due dates, and this is an app that allows me to connect to that and see that and also post notifications to me when something may be due. As well as I have the Gmail Inbox app, which I've been testing out. It's been all right, so I've just been using the default mail app, but it's still there, so when I want to test it and see it, I can still do that. And that's really it. I really don't have any more pages, just these 2 pages worth of apps. I like to keep it clean. I like to keep it simple, and as you can see, I keep a really simple background as well. It's just a little kind of weave gray background like that. That's what I use. And of course, my lock screen is a McLaren, because who doesn't love McLaren, by the way? So there you guys go. This is my what is on my iPhone video. If you'd like to, leave a rate, a comment, subscribe, maybe do that for me. It really helps us out. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Creighton Miller, and I'll see you guys in our next video.